Well, it's a long weekend. I don't know what your plans is, but I'm gonna go to the beach. Place is too heated. Wow. So this video is probably one of those two that is going to get me some heat, and that's fine. But it will also educate some of you all once you are open-minded to it. So I am not going to knock any religion or anything like that. This is just a general topic here, right? Again, this is just my beliefs that I am sharing, and hoping that some of you all may consider it. That's all. So, after Carnival, certain types of Christians will do a fast for 40 days, right? And they have the Ash Wednesday and whatnot. I'm Pentecostal, so we don't really do that. Now, when my mom was around, this is my first Easter without my mom. They have this tradition that on a Good Friday, you have to cook fish. You need to stay away from it. That was the only time we never used to eat meat then on Good Friday. I mean, if you do your normal fast and pray, that's your business. And for years, I have been asking them. Now, I'm a person, I like to ask questions because that is how I learn. So, I will ask, where in the Bible stated that you have to stay away from meat? Or that Jesus fasted 40 days before his crucifixion? Or that he ate fish on the day of his crucifixion? And where this whole tradition started from? Because I don't like to do something that I don't know why I'm doing it, And their response to me is that they can answer that. And they were like, oh, that's just how they grew up. So I used to just eat my meat or cook shrimp, just to avoid the argument. And they used to get angry if I cooked my meat. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at it now. So, someone actually asked me that same question yesterday. So, are you eating meat for Good Friday? I was like, yeah. Why? And then they were like, okay, so do you all consider egg as vegetarian or not? So I thought I consider it as a vegetarian because it's unfertilized, right? Because there is breathers and there is layers. And breathers, from what I gathered, if I am wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, is when the egg is fertilized and you could get a baby chick. Unlike layers that just lay eggs and you could use that to cook. But people say, oh, because it comes from an animal, it's not considered vegan. But if you really sit down and think of it, so does milk. I mean, they say you have vegetarian cheese, which is basically what? Milk in an almond. Yeah. And again, my previous post is like, you all trying to say the animals, but all eating the animal food. Anyway, back to the original thing I was trying to get at. So I wasn't too sure why they did it. So I accustomed eating my meat. And then I've heard a preacher preach saying the same exact thing that I have been saying for years. People suffer themselves and not eat meat because they think it's going to get them forgiveness or get them into heaven. And no amount of good deeds could get you into heaven unless you repent and pick up your cross, meaning that you daily crucify your flesh, meaning fleeing from temptation, worshiping God, and all these things. So I don't expect anyone to take my video and say, oh, okay, I'm gonna drive a nail to my hands or feet or whatever. Okay, I did not say that. And I've been saying that for years. So in my mind, I started to laugh when he preached that. I was like, I wonder what my father is thinking right now and my siblings are thinking right now. Because for donkey years, they will be buying fish and cooking this, well, I don't like fish, this thing, and, shove down their beliefs without even knowing why they do it. Why? Another thing too that I've noticed in other religions, that they will fast for whatever occasions that they have, and nothing is wrong with that, because I mean it's a good thing to detox. Too much red meat, too much meat makes you sweat, and the perspiration does really smell. It gives your stomach a little ease. All these things, right? Now, again, my belief is in the Garden of Eden, all the trees that had their fruits and stuff that we were able to eat, and only when I think it was when Cain killed Abel, the punishment was tilting food from the ground. So it's like, for me, that's considered to be vegetables and provisions. Again, that is me, but you need to eat to survive, so I really don't care less. But most of the time you will say, you hear in the Bible, bring your fattest calf and kill them, but anyway, I was saying, alright, so people will fast for whatever occasion they have, but here's the thing, they'll just starve themselves, which I don't get. Now, people have their own definitions of fasting, or that is how they grew up, and this is where I am trying to share my wisdom here, or my beliefs. It's like, what's the sense of starving yourself if you're going to think the same way, listen to the same type of music, cuss like normal, your mind thinking all kind of nonsense, you come home, you're watching the same kind of stupidness on your laptop or your TV, or scrolling through the phone and doing the same thing, and you're still lost in, and you're still thieving, and you're still doing everything, and you're just doing it for whether it's a week, a month, or 3 days, 4 days, and it's just like, going to church, and then Monday you're back to your vices. In other words, you're not making no effort to actually repent and change your ways, or basically willingly falling back into temptation or going into temptation. I don't get it. It's not like if you're trying, and this is the example I'm trying to use. Let's say you have a problem with alcohol, and you trying is that, okay, you can't just cut it off right off, but you limit. Like every time you go to a bar, you limit. So first, let's for example, 5 beers get you drunk, you go down to 4, you go down to 3, until eventually you wean yourself out of it. Not like, okay, I'm going in the bar and I'm going to order 6 beers, knowing I'm going to order 6 beers. You're not even trying to fight the temptation, right? So if it is you're all fasting for whatever reason, whether God puts it in your heart, whether it's for an occasion, be mindful of that. Be careful what you think, what you listen, what you participate in communication, and all these things, because fasting is just not starving yourself. It's basically character development, sacrificing the flesh, sacrificing your urges, right? And it's not just, okay, I'm feeling to eat something and I'm going to stay away from that. It just detox. That is it. Do intermittent fasting. Again, that is just my belief. I am not knocking anyone, but it's just something I want people to just consider. Again, to each their own, to each their beliefs, but that's what I needed to share. And if you're doing something, just find out why you're doing it, and don't be ignorant like people and just do something because it's tradition's sake.